On this episode of Hardcore Meteor, George gives the experts more than they bargained for. This is the first episode of Hardcore Meteor, coming right at you. And this is made specially for all the experts, okay? Because they seem to, they want more proof than what I can give them. So I think I found the smoking gun. And you're going to like this one. Okay? This rock right here, I found it. I found it down in the creek. But what makes it the smoking gun is when you turn it around, right here, it says made in space. Inspected by number 69. It's manufactured by the Saturn Company, and it also has a warning on it. It says, not for use by experts. This is the one. This is the one that you've all been looking for. Because regular pictures and leaving messages and talking to people doesn't work, so this has to work. Now, being serious, okay? You know, sometimes you gotta try to have a little humor when things are the way they are, and it's just so frustrating and disappointing. I know some of you people out there, you get frustrated and disappointed about things. So we got to make the best of things. We only live once. Love me, squeeze me, take me home. Anyways, this rock, I took the stickers off of it. Okay, this rock, if you look really close, okay, it's burnt. Okay, the whole thing is black. But you look at this here, and this is you can't peel it off. This right here isn't sharp like it should be. If this was a rock that was made on Earth, there should be jagged edges. There's nothing sharp. It's all soft. The whole thing, all the way around. It's all soft. Now, it's got black. And the brown right here is, I'm sure, it's the fusion crust that wore off. But you take a look at this thing. The Earth does not make this. And there's two things that could have happened to this rock. It was whole at one point. It either collided with something or it blew off from something. And then going to the mesosphere, it didn't get hot enough to break all this stuff off around it. And break it down and run it down to the bitty teeny fragments like this, like that everybody gets. This rock should look like this. Or close to it. But it's not. And I've only found one rock like this. One rock. Out of all the rocks in the creek down there. One rock like that. Okay. When I pulled these out of the creek, they were completely black. Okay? They were completely black. Like this. But this side turned green too. This is green. And that's green. Okay? Now, what rocks here are black and green. Okay? This has to be fusion crust. And the fusion crust is wore off, and this is some kind of a spotted green rock. But you can look at this. You can look at this. It's green. The rock is green. And I don't know what to tell people. If an expert out there should be able to tell me what this is. If you're an expert and you're so good, you should be able to tell me what that is. Alien poop? I don't know. Okay, I can only guess. I can only guess at the things. And the same way with this one. It's bizarre. It was all black when I pulled it out, and it dried and has this green in it. Anyways, now we'll go to a picture of another one that I pulled out. Okay, that is real old black fusion crust. The rest of it's wore off the rock. This rock is really heavy. Okay, but if you get a close up of it like that. Okay, these huge white circles and everything are like crystals. And the texture of this is like, it's almost like sandpaper. But you can rub the rock and it'll tear your hand up, but none of the rock will come off. And it's a really, really, really bizarre thing. But it is a huge rock. The pictures don't do them as good as what they should. You know, like I said, I don't have $1 million equipment. I just don't. And all I can do is just try to explain and show things that I'm finding. But as you'll notice, you'll watch my videos and you'll see that I'm constantly showing different rocks. If I go out and I pick up a handful of gravel, it's basically all the rocks are going to be the same. I should be able to go down there and pick up a bunch of rocks in the creek that are the same. But it's not. And this creek that I'm getting them from, it's not a super gigantic creek anymore like it used to be. And the rocks that are as heavy as they are, I mean, I'm somewhat pretty strong, but I have a hard time picking them up. And the rocks should not be that heavy. A rock that I showed you in the photograph probably weighs between 200 and 300 pounds. And that's heavy for that size of a rock. It just should not weigh that much. But this is what I'm going through. Anyways, for the people that are listening, the people that have their mind open, and the people that are subscribing, hey, I appreciate it. Like I said, people are more than welcome to put whatever comments they up there. But if you're going to make bad comments and you're going to make nasty comments or whatever, and you're going to call me stupid and crazy or whatever, then you better know for sure that I'm wrong. Because if you do that and I'm right, then it just makes you look stupid. And like I said this in the videos before, I said, if my findings don't point to that, this is one of the greatest geological finds that I've ever seen. But if it's proven that they're not space rocks, there's something else, like I said, I would make a video and I would apologize for anything and everything that I've ever said. But all the information, all the rocks, and all the data and everything that I'm coming up with, it points to the 1833 meteor shower. And a lot of those rocks got through and hit the ground. But like I said, open mind. Everybody sits here, everybody skips. They go from meteorites coming through to hitting the ground, and then or meteors come through and hit the ground, and then they just go to meteorites and the fragments and bits and pieces. Now, the Earth has been here 4.5 billion years. So how does anybody know 100% sure that whole space rocks haven't got through? Has anybody ever tried to look for them? And this is the point I'm getting to. Has anybody ever tried to look for a meteorite debris field? And like I said, if you want to look at it from a religious point of view, Sodom and Gomorrah, they weren't destroyed by space dust and small chunks of rock. It's just common sense. If those cities were destroyed, they were destroyed by big meteors. But, like I said, all I can do is report what I see and what I find and everything. And that'll wrap it up for this episode.